Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing Thrall, the character that I forgot, and I cannot believe that I forgot him because he's basically the best character that I can play. So, today, we're going to be playing 4-man Thrall. I'm going to show you a bit about how this build works, a little bit about how to play him in the 4-man, and then show you this Zergling nice up and cute. He's nice up and close and cute. It's adorable, isn't it? Whew. But this is a YouTube video, so feel free to like, comment, subscribe your heart out. And in our A through Z playthrough today, we are going to be playing with a Lunara, Stitches, Kael'thas, Thrall, myself, Zagara, versus a Raynor, Alarak, Azmodan, Illidan, and Ethereal. So right off the bat, you should be able to tell that the enemy team has way better race than we do, way better control on the Immortal than we do, and a lot of off-lane push, which is kind of okay, because right now our Illidan, sorry, not our Illidan, our Zagara versus the Azmodan in the top lane, they should kind of even each other out in cheese factor. So hopefully that presents a, unstoppable force versus immovable object situation, and neither of them can do anything. That'd be great. I'd love that. But ooh, don't pull him. Okay, you just killed Kael'thas. Definitely killed Kael'thas with that hook, Stitches. I know that you're having fun pressing your Q button, but sometimes you just don't have to. It's okay not to press it all the time. Now, since this is a Thrall video, let's talk about Thrall, his builds, all of his stuff. We'll go through the build real quick here for anybody who just needs that. We're going to be picking up the what I consider the most damage for Thrall. This is his percentage damage build, and I am in love with it, but we are going to be making a bit of a caveat, and we're going to be taking Maelstrom Weapon instead of Ancestral Wrath. So, Rolling Thunder is going to be your level 1, level 4 will end up being Mana Tide, 7 is going to be Maelstrom Weapon, 10 will be either ult that makes sense, probably Earthquake though, 13 is going to be Frostwolf's Grace, 16 is going to be Alpha Wolf, and then 20 is going to be Windrush. Now, the build itself may seem a bit dumb when we're just laying it all out there. It's definitely not one of the standard builds for this character, but I think Maelstrom Weapon deserves a lot more credit than it gets, and it is a very underutilized talent. So we're going to be kind of building around that, trying to get some movement speed, basic attack damage going, so that ultimately when the late game rolls around and we hit that Alpha Wolf talent tier, we're going to absolutely obliterate people from the game. So that's how it's going to work, but since you don't know anything about Thrall's basic kit just yet, which is probably why you're here, let's talk about that. Your Q, super simple, it's called Chain Lightning. It is going to fire off a lightning bolt, point and click ability, and it is going to bounce to additional enemies, whether they're heroes, buildings, minions, mercenaries, whatever the case may be. As long as there's something for Chain Lightning to bounce to, it will bounce to that. Every time that it does damage, every bounce, that is going to give you a stack of your trait, which we will talk about in just a second. Your second ability, your W, is called Feral Spirit. Feral Spirit is going to throw a wolf out that deals damage and roots people. Now, the thing that a lot of people don't know about this ability is that each hero that the wolf roots increases the distance that the wolf travels. So, that being said, there are a lot of choke points that a lot of enemies will get clumped up in, enemy heroes. If you hit one wolf, you're going to continue to chain reaction grow the wolf distance to potentially catch 5 people with a single root. And then everything that you hit with the wolf is again going to give you a single stack of your Frostwolf Resilience, your trait, which is part of the reason that I think Feral Resilience does have a place, because Feral Resilience as a talent gives you additional stacks of your trait with your W, which is really cool as long as you're hitting lots of Ws. So remember that when you're playing Thrall. That's sleeper talent for sure. Now your E is called Wind Fury. Wind Fury is the auto attack buff. It's also a move speed buff. You're going to get 100% increased movement speed, not movement speed, attack speed, and then you're going to get 30% movement speed for 4 seconds. So what this means is that you can burst someone really quickly with 3 auto attacks that are going to happen very, very, very fast. And then as you're dodging that Q nice and easy, going to go pick up a bunch of tiny little experience balls. But especially once we hit 16, the Wind Fury is going to be doing insane amounts of damage because of how fast we can auto attack. Can't believe we won that trade. Looks like Asmo is going to just die to some poison, and we don't have to... Okay, we're still going to die. Are we? Okay, Illidan jumping in. He thinks he can kill me. I'm going to get some health back real quick, root him, slap him in the face with a Wind Fury, and call it a day. 130 health remaining. I like it. Now, the final ability in Thrall's basic kit is his trait. Frostwolf Resilience. Damaging abilities are going to give you 1 stack of Frostwolf Resilience. You can see the counter down here in the bottom left-hand corner. When you get 5 of them, when you proc it 5 times, you get a huge chunk of healing for Thrall. So right now we're at 305 health at level 8. I've been pushed away to safety, thank God, but looks like Zagara's still going to get hit by Tyrael. That's fine. Where was I? Oh, right. So the trait, Frostwolf Resilience, one of the most ridiculously stupid parts of Thrall's kit is his amount of healing. And he can do that so well. Come on, Lunara, I see you coming. There it is. Get some easy Wind Fury stacks. Blast that man out of existence. He has no idea how hard he is inting for my butt. So, I know it looks pretty tasty, but, okay. Kael'thas goes down, making that trade a little bit disadvantageous, which is fine. Everything's okay. Ooh, there's the pull for the Alarak. I don't have a route ready for that, though, so... But, really, the other cool thing about the healing from Frostwolf Resilience is just how often you can proc it. Especially if there's fighting going on in minion waves, or if there are things like Arthas's ghouls, if Asmo is taking the Demonic Invasion ult and dropping it in team fights, that Chain Lightning is going to bounce so often, you're going to get so much healing. And that's the reason why our blue talent here at level 1 is also extremely, extremely good. So Thrall has multiple builds. All of them really can be dictated by your level 1 talent, but all that being said, he has options. Just remember, when you're playing this character, you don't always have to build this build. You can also build really poke-centric builds. You can build tanky for Thrall. He's just jack of all trades, extremely strong in a lot of different situations. Except for maybe wave clear, which is not his strongest suit, but it's like Illidan's going to go down again because he is rage inting hard, and Stitches threw his Gorge away. I'm going to get stunned by the Immortal and killed trying to do something to help him. I'm not super sure what he was doing, gorging someone in the middle of the enemy team, while we're all dealing with the Illidan and the Immortal. That's fine. Everybody makes mistakes. Hopefully we learn from that a bit and make better decisions. Let me tell you. Okay, so I don't think we have not hit halftime yet. I don't know why the enemy team isn't just full racing right now. Maybe they are. No. Kael'thas going down again. It looks like the hook is going to kill him because the hook hit the counter-striking Alarak. Unfortunate. Not that he would have lived there anyway, but whatever. Back to the talents. So let's talk about those. Let's do that after we talk about the ultimates, actually. So Sundering is going to be your first ultimate, and this is pickable. This ult is... It's definitely good, but it's good for different things than Earthquake is good for. Sundering is going to be extremely good at picking off squishy targets and splitting up team fights, because it's going to stun people in a very large area. It's also, remember, both of your ultimates are going to give you stacks of your trait. So hitting people with your Earthquake or your Sundering will give you stacks, which will give you healing, which is really helpful. Can we kill the... Ooh, yes, we can. Gotta hit the earthquake to kill him, but he is going down. His body jiggled in the earthquake. Silly. But Sundering, again, Sundering is going to help you basically assassinate squishy targets, or even an Asmo, especially with this build once you hit 16. If you have Sundering and you've got all this stuff going for you, you can kill an Asmodan like their Avala. It's really incredible just how much damage that you can do. But we opted for the Earthquake. Earthquake is going to be a more team fight centric ult. It's probably going to help our team deal with the Illidan and the Alarak and the Tyrael a bit better, because Earthquake, as you saw when we were killing the Asmo, it drops a huge circle of slow on the field. It's a 50% slow, and it is going to pulse 3 times. So as it is out, it lasts for, what is that? 12 seconds. So every 4 seconds, it's going to pulse with damage and slow. Asmo's dead inside there. Illidan is eaten, so hopefully Tyrael dies. We've traded 2 for 1 right now. Can we keep it that way? Alright, yes, we're fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. 2 for 1. We can get some camps, we can get some push, we can get some stuff going. But Earthquake, when it drops that monster field, 50% is a huge slow in a team fight, and that Earthquake is also going to do damage every time that it pulses, which means that if there are multiple people in your Earthquake, you're going to be getting multiple stacks from your trait. Wow. Good thing I stuck around for the hook there. He's been hook happy all game, so canceling the back there was the right decision. Just enough to have enough mana to wolf and kill the Rainer, thank God. Still working on that camp, says Zagara, but that's totally fine. Rather have one person doing it and ready for the objective instead of all of us doing it during the objective, which is the wrong thing to do. Take that as a lesson if you take anything at all from this video, please. And then there you can see the wolf went stupid far, like really, really disgustingly far range. Oh my god, and the wolf got him again. The wolf went through Tyrael and then went further to hit the Illidan, which is why we could kill him. That is the coolest part of that ability, and it feels like nobody really understands how that works either, which is okay. Kael'thas is dead, but Tyrael should be dead too for going that far into our team, except Rainer's walking forward as well. There's Zagara. I think these two should die. Let's see if that happens. I'm going to get murdered by the Rainer. I really can't do anything. Not sure why Zagara's on the bottom side. So my whole plan just fell apart there because one of my teammates wasn't auto-attacking. Probably should have just auto-attacked the... Who knows? I don't know why decisions are being made the way that they are. That was my fault as well, so we can't put all the blame on the Zagara, but I definitely should have backed off way before that happened. Now, the talent build that you're going to see with us right now is all percentage damage based, with the exception of the couple Wind Fury talents that we're going to take. We actually took Grace of Air at 13. That's just past me making bad decisions. But this also kind of testing out kind of this hybrid build theory, so I'm vaguely remembering why I did this. But anyway, your level 1 talent is called Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder is going to passively increase the number of bounces that you get from your Chain Lightning by 1, which means 1 more stack of your trait, which means potentially more healing for you, which is fantastic. Not only that, but every time that... Oh, she's dead, but I think I can kill these two. Gonna root them both, gonna give them the Earthquake. Can we kill the... Okay, well, we're gonna trade for the Alarak. Rainer came around the backside. The Earthquake's still down, so it could potentially help. Nope. Nothing else going on there. Team's not ready to go in. And we're basically just trading mine and Zagara's life for some Alarak sadism, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but now that we've lost 3 people for a single Alarak... maybe a Tyrael? Is it? Okay, perfect. Everything is worth it now, because the sadism's gone, and the Tyrael and the Alarak are dead. So, even 3 for 2 in this case isn't the worst thing in the world, because by the time halftime comes up... Oh no, halftime's already happened, shit. We need to get there and defend as soon as possible. We are back in the fight, let's go. But Rolling Thunder at 1 is also going to mark everybody that gets hit by the chain lightning with a little lightning ball. Oh, I can't believe he unstopped away with his ultimate, so the root didn't do anything. That is unfortunate that he's going to live. He killed Kael'thas and got away. He finally got all sorts of outplay on our team, as he's just been kind of slapped around this entire game. He got his revenge. Way to go, Illidan. You're doing it. That was impressive, for sure. But with these little marks, you can see it right now on that minion on the left side. He's got the teeny little ball of lightning on him. If you hit him, you get a stack of your trait. So anything that has that mark on it, if you hit it, you get a trait stack, meaning that there are going to be 5 things potentially on the field that you are going to get an additional stack of your Frostwolf Resilience on, which means more healing, and once we have Mana Tide, more cooldown. So the ability also gives you 3% max health damage on heroes who are lit up by that little lightning marker. So right now, Alarak can get hit for 3% as long as we auto-attack him. We can also hit Illidan right now for 3%, assuming he doesn't evade us. And he did not, so he's dead as fuck. Looks like Alarak also dead as fuck. Good Moz going on. But Rolling Thunder, ultimately, the big thing that you want is the 3% max health, because the 3% max health is going to couple with Alpha Wolf at 16 ridiculously hard. Let's get the Tyrael kill as well. Everybody's going down, and we can finally start turning this game around. We have effectively scaled at level 16, so Lunara's going to go get the soak, and looks like, okay, I need you to put some roaches down. Maybe a Hydralisk? Literally anything. There we go. All of the stuff is down. We're good. The building goes down as well. Now, at level 4, we're taking Mana Tide because of the Maelstrom weapon at level 7. I want Mana Tide because that 0.5 cooldown reduction, 0.5 second cooldown reduction every time that our trait procs, along with the teeny amount of mana that it gives us, is very good for giving us lots and lots of Wind Fury. And the more Wind Fury that we have, the more stacks that we can get, meaning the more stacks that we can get, the faster we're going to be able to move permanently faster, and we are going to be able to get more basic attack damage from the ability itself. So Maelstrom Weapon at 7, what it's going to do is, it's a questing talent, and it requires that you auto-attack people while under the effects of Wind Fury's movement speed. So potentially, I've been able to get 4 stacks out of it at kind of maximum. That's the highest number that we can get before the move speed runs out. Lunara is going to make it unless she gets killed by Tyrael, and she's fine. Doesn't get hit by anything. Not even the Tyrael death. Looks like Tyrael's just going to hit Stitches for the death timer decrease. And Alarak running forward, not real sure why. Gonna get annihilated by that Pyroblast. But Maelstrom Weapon, again, this talent is going to help us scale really, really, really hard into the late game, which is really where we pop off anyway, because we have to really hit 16 in order to do big damage. But Maelstrom Weapon is going to give you just one? Is it really? Basic attacks are going to give you 1 attack damage. Yes. Every time that you hit a Wind Fury auto attack on an enemy hero. So once you gain 20 attack damage, you're going to increase the movement speed bonus of Wind Fury from 30% to 40%, which is large. And then after getting 40 attack damage, you're just going to get 15% movement speed permanently, which is insanely good for helping Thrall move around in team fights, for helping him engage for good earthquakes, getting out of situations, getting into situations. It's just going to be extremely, extremely strong. You can dodge skill shots better. You can dodge, you can line up your own skill shots better. You can just do everything better with move speed with Thrall, because mobility is one thing that he lacks very, very much outside of Wind Fury. So once we're giving ourselves that permanent 15 movement speed, we're fucking Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. It's insanely hard to catch up. They're really not gonna come over here. Okay. I mean, the quick match mentality, I'm just expecting people to run into the lane, but I guess they're playing it safe. They know that they could lose right now. Now, the reason that I took Grace of Air at 13 is partially because I wanted to try some... Ooh. We got the blink in for the Wind Fury. Just got to hit him one more time. He's going to die to the Immortal Stun. Perfect. I helped so much. We're going to root the Tyrael as he comes out of the stitches. The Holy Ground is down. He wants the Kael'thas kill. Can we stop him? The stun is out. Illidan also chasing down the Kael'thas really hard. He may... Ooh, he juked it? He didn't. He did not juke it. The Tyrael explosion is going to finally kill the Kael'thas. Zagara died somewhere. Wasn't paying attention to that, but... Oh, no. She lives. She actually lives. Way to go, Lunara. You are burning it up. Now, Grace of Air is going to give us twice as many Frostwolf Resilience stacks. The reason that I took this is because I was thinking maybe if I can proc the trait more often, I'll get more cooldown to get more Wind Furies. But the way that we're being forced to use the Wind Furies, this really isn't doing us a whole lot of good. We definitely should have picked up the Frostwolf's Grace instead for the heal button on our trait. So that's a bit unfortunate. And the game's over, which is also unfortunate because I still have more talents to talk about. But anyway, don't pick the Wind Fury talent at 13. Pick the trait talent that gives you bonus healing when you press your D. That's me. Way to go, me. Locking it up. MVP, even with 3 deaths. That seems pretty crazy. But we did have 11 kills, so holy shit, he died 8. Well, he did die 8 times. Yes, he got absolutely fucking run over. But our 16 talent, I was talking about it all game long. Alpha Wolf is going to give you 3% max health damage on a target for 3 seconds. So if you hit someone with a wolf and you Wind Fury after them, that's 9% of their maximum health done to them, coupled with your level 1, because you should be using your Chain Lightning in there as well. That's going to be 12% of a target's maximum health. And given that you can root them for longer with this talent, you should be nailing every single one of those auto attacks and just chunking health bars like there is no tomorrow. The other cool thing about our level 20 talent, Wind Rush, is that because we have a blink now that also gives us Wind Fury, you kind of saw it with that Alarak engage down in the bottom side, or down the bottom side of the screen on the top lane with that Immortal push. He got hit, so I blinked into him immediately to get the additional Wind Fury damage. So all of that is going to hit him extremely hard, and that's the whole reason that he was even able to be killed there, I think. Because he did die to the Immortal Stun at the end of things, but he was poisoned enough, and he had his health shredded enough that he could just... Poof. So, we ended at 51 stacks on Maelstrom Weapon, which is 51 additional attack damage. It's not bad. It was 11 stacks over the cap. But really, with the way that the enemy team was fighting and diving, and we had to make smart decisions with the Wind Fury, so there was no one for us to just sit there and whack with our Wind Fury. So 51, I feel like, is good. But again, the build, if you made it this far, if you're still listening, Rolling Thunder, Mana Tide, Maelstrom Weapon, Earthquake, not Grace of Air. It's going to be the Frostwolf's Grace. 16 is Alpha Wolf, and then 20 is Wind Rush. The upgrade for Earthquake is also very, very good, but in this particular instance, I just wanted to kill people. I didn't necessarily want to help my team because they're going to die regardless. I just need to trade as much damage and as many kills as possible to win those fights. So, thank you for hanging out. Thrall is out of the way. Tracer is next, and then it will be Tychus, and we'll be done for the week. But thank you for showing up. I'll see you later. Bye.